I'm sorry, ma'am.
Hearties, you might want to sit down for this because the week just kicked off with the kind of news that'll warm your heart. As you probably guessed from the title, we're diving into everything we know so far about When Calls the Heart Season 13, from the cast to the plot. But that's not all, Hearties. We're also talking about some recent updates from the spin-off series When Hope Calls Season 3. So, let's dig in, sheep hearties. Season 12, which premiered on January 5th, 2025, wrapped up with a pretty emotional turn. We saw Elizabeth, Nathan, Allie, and little Jack packing up and leaving Hope Valley to head for Cape Fullerton. Why the big move? Well, it turns out Cape Fullerton has a brand new insulin lab, and it seems like the best place for little Jack to get the care he needs. So while it was a heartfelt goodbye to Hope Valley, for now, it was all for a good reason. Now back to the good stuff. In Hallmark's Instagram video, Aaron Krakow popped in to share the exciting news about the show's renewal. And even though there isn't a set premiere date just yet, they did say that Season 13 will debut sometime in 2026. Once again, new episodes will be available to stream the next day on Hallmark Plus, so fans won't have to wait long to catch up. In a press statement, Samantha DePippo, Hallmark's Senior Vice President of Programming, had some heartfelt words for the fans. She emphasized that Hearties aren't just viewers, they're a genuine community. She praised their dedication and love for the show, which has been going strong for over a decade now. According to her, it's been an honor to bring stories full of hope, resilience, humor, and romance to life season after season. And get this, Season 13 isn't expected to be the end of the road. Hallmark reportedly has plans to keep the story going beyond that, so there's even more Hope Valley in our future. Which means now might be the perfect time to rewatch some old favorites and relive all the drama, the laughs, and those unforgettable romantic moments. For those new to the show, or maybe in need of a refresher, When Calls the Heart is based on Janette Oke's novel from her Canadian West series. The series was created by Michael Landon Jr. and Brian Bird, and made its TV debut back in 2014, first on Hallmark in the US and shortly after on Super Channel in Canada. The cast has been a huge part of the show's charm. Aaron Krakow leads the way as Elizabeth Thatcher Thornton, joined by longtime fan favorites like Pascal Hutton, Jack Wagner, Martin Cummins, Andrea Brooks, Kevon Smith, Chris McNally, Kevin McGarry, and Viv Leacock. Starting with Season 8, the show settled into a 12-episode season format, and the same is expected for the upcoming Season 13. And speaking of Season 13, there's some exciting behind-the-scenes news too. During the official Hearties After Show, co-creator Brian Bird shared that Joy Gregory will be returning as the showrunner for the next season. She joined the team in Season 12, and according to Bird, she absolutely nailed it. He said she picked up the show's world, values, and tone so naturally and still managed to bring her own style to it all. That's not easy to do on a show with this much history. Joy herself also expressed how thrilled she is to return. She's worked in TV for over 25 seasons, but said she's never experienced anything quite like the Hearties fandom. She described When Calls the Heart as her kind of TV, saying she loves stories about people just trying to love one another the best way they can, even when life throws obstacles their way. That idea of flawed people trying their best in tough times is what Season 13 is going to center around. She's taking over the reins from Lindsay Sturman, and honestly, fans seem pretty excited about this shift. And it's not just the on-screen drama keeping everyone buzzing. The show recently announced that the Hearties family reunion is coming back this year too. So if you're a die-hard fan, it might be time to start planning a trip. The reunion will be held in Vancouver, British Columbia, where the show is filmed, from September 12th to 14th, 2025. Hallmark made the announcement on Instagram, encouraging fans to save their nickels and dimes for the big event. More details are on the way, so it's a good idea to follow their official pages and keep notifications on for updates. Now, while When Calls the Heart is thriving, its spin-off When Hope Calls is in a bit more of a gray area. After a rather bumpy ride in Season 2, the future of When Hope Calls Season 3 is still very much up in the air. Originally a spin-off centered around life in Brookfield, especially at the local orphanage run by Lillian, played by Morgan Cohen, the show had some promising storylines, but things haven't exactly gone smoothly behind the scenes. After Hallmark Plus let the show go into limbo following its first season, the Great American Family Network stepped in and gave it a second chance. They even kicked off Season 2 with a pair of Christmas specials back in December 2021. But then, radio silence. Fans had to wait over 3 years for the rest of Season 2 to finally be released in April 2025. That massive delay created uncertainty around whether When Hope Calls would be renewed again. Because of the inconsistent rollout, it's hard to say whether the show built up enough momentum to justify a third season. And with GAF still finding its footing as a network, they may not want to invest heavily in a show that hasn't proven it can pull in the numbers. Still, the potential is definitely there. The series has a cozy vibe, heartfelt storytelling, and strong themes around family and community, everything that's made When Calls the Heart so beloved. So, if enough viewers tune in, it might just get another shot. Season 2 premiered on April 3, 2025, on PureFlix, and a few days later on Great American Family. As for the cast, things have been shaken up quite a bit. Lillian may not be the center of the story anymore, as new characters like Cindy Busby's Nora and Christopher Russell's Mountie Michael are starting to take the spotlight. Their dynamic brings something fresh to the series, especially since they don't always see eye to eye. Michael is all about rules and order, while Nora tends to push boundaries. And yet, despite their differences, they're united by a shared commitment to Brookfield and especially the children at the orphanage. That tension and bond combo gives the show a lot of room to explore deeper stories in Season 3, if it happens. There's also Nick Bateman, who joined as Wyatt, and it looks like he might stick around. Other returning cast members could include Wendy Crewson as Tess and Hanneke Talbot as Maggie Parsons. The orphanage remains a rich source of story material, and there's plenty of space for romance, personal growth, and community-focused plots. But given the show's unpredictable release history, it's hard to say exactly where the story is headed. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Drop your ideas for future videos in the comments. We're always down to hear what you want to see next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because we got some fire updates coming on Season 13.